Filming a video. Hey Google, turn the main light to 50%. Hi everyone, welcome to this week's video. So I have had quite the month last month. A lot of stress, a lot of flare-ups, and for me that means my space has gotten a little messy. Nothing crazy, but definitely needs a little TLC. So I thought I would kill two birds with one stone, tidy my room for the month of July, as well as show you all how I, somebody with chronic pain in POTS, goes about doing any sort of cleaning. Because it is difficult. Just hands down it is. I just lost my train of thought. So if you are newly diagnosed or just kind of struggling to figure out the best way to get any sort of cleaning done, I'm here to help you. So like I said, this isn't going to be, my room's not very dirty. I do pretty good at actually cleaning everything. So this is mainly going to be picking things up and just putting them where they belong, which is one of the things that I would say is a big recommendation as you start cleaning your space, is try and make sure that you know where things generally go. Like everything has a spot to be. Now, if you aren't a very organized person, because I wasn't for many years, this does not need to be a overnight haul of reorganize your entire life. It could literally be the top of your bureau. And that's what you do one day, so you know exactly what goes there, so it goes back every time. It could be a drawer. And these drawers don't need to be perfectly organized either. As long as you know, like you're gonna see some of my drawers, they are not perfectly organized. It's just the drawer where it goes. Yeah, having that is a little bit easier because when you see something, it's just less brain power to be like, okay, where can I put this? It's you look at it and goes, oh, I have, like right now, I'm looking at some nail polish because I did my nails last night. But I didn't put away the nail polish. But I know it goes in the drawer over there. So it's just a little less brain power. It makes it a little easier. But also, if you have people in your life that can provide assistance, especially when you're not doing very well, just knowing where things are makes it easier on both of you. You can just say, you need some sort of heating pad. Oh, it's in this drawer here. So you know where it is. The next thing would be to make sure you have a seat that you can bring with you. Yes, I will be sitting on my trash can for this because that's what I have in my room and that's what works. You don't need an actual seat. If you have something that you can sit on and do this, that's gonna work out just fine. I have a rollator that I use sometimes when I'm really struggling. But yeah, most of the time I sit on this trash can and do my little pickup. We're gonna start at this chair. I should probably clip this to me. Another thing is I have AC in my room, which means that I don't need to worry too much about what I am wearing. But if you don't have AC, make sure that you are in thin layers, removable layers, just so you don't get overheated. It can become very easy, so just be cautious. Also make sure you have water nearby. Mine's just behind the camera. From here, we're going to get into the actual picking up. So I have a 3-pile system is the way that I've been doing it. So I have the pile of things that need to go downstairs or just out of my room. This is a recyclable box, which we put all of our recyclables in the basement. So this goes in that pile, which I'm just gonna put on the floor here right next to me for right now. I'll have the pile of things that need to stay here but are just on top of something, so I need to move it. Like this blanket lives on this chair, but there's things underneath the blanket, so that's gonna be its own pile. Another box to be recycled. These, by the way, the Simple Mills chocolate brownie sweet thins, they are like my favorite little sweet treat. Highly recommend. And then I have the pile of things that are going to be staying in this room, but don't live on the chair. So this is some new organizers that I got. Again, I don't plan on organizing in this video. I just honestly don't have the energy today. So these are just going to need to be moved. Once you've cleared it off, you can put back all the things that need to be there. So I'm going to refold this blanket. Then we'll put then you would put whatever needs to be put back. I'm going to put it back here because this is where, okay, let me re-explain. So we're going to now use the chair as the stays in the room but in the wrong place pile, because as I move around the room to the different sections of my room, when I get to the point where this goes, which will be right on the desk right next to the chair, but as I get to the spaces, I can, once everything's cleaned off, put everything away in one go instead of doing a lot of up and down. I'm also just going to throw the boxes on the bed. That's another tip, is be careful of what you put on the floor. Especially, that's been hitting my neck this whole time. I'm so sorry. That probably didn't sound great. But yeah, make sure that you put everything somewhere that's easy to get to, both when you're sitting and standing. So try not to put too much on the floor. Try to just be cautious of what you're putting where, so that when you stand up to do things, it makes it a little easier. So I'm moving on to the desk, by the way, but I just want to keep talking. When it comes to the actual getting to the cleaning part, whether you're just picking things up like I'm doing or actually like cleaning, the best thing I found is to just go one section at a time, because as you do that, you can kind of check in with yourself, especially if you're trying this out like new for the first time and you're not totally sure how this is gonna go, you're a little nervous, all understandable. What I would say is, when you pick a room, is just start with one section. So like I started with the chair and now I'm moving on to my desk. So stick with one thing, and when you finish cleaning, organizing, doing whatever with that single section, step back, take a drink of water, and just check in with yourself, see how you're feeling. And if you are starting to feel things are getting too much, or you can start maybe feeling like a flare going on, take a break. It's perfectly fine. You do not need to clean a room in a day, essentially. There is no need for it. You are perfectly capable of just doing one section at a time. It will get cleaned. You are putting in the effort, even if you can only put like 2 things away and then it's too much for the day. You put 2 things away. That's better than no things. Please remember that. And yes, I'm saying that as much to all of you as I do to me, because I get like that sometimes. Also, when you have, the parts of your room that you know how they usually go, it makes cleaning a little bit easier, because just by looking like, oh, this belongs here, but this doesn't. And so that also makes things go by a little faster. Because like I didn't clean off every single little thing on my desk. I just took off the things that I know don't belong there. And I'm just moving things around that I know that do. I'll show. There's the desk. I'm gonna stand in it for a second. Now we're headed here. Like I said, did a section, drink some water, take a break. Feels pretty good. The nail polishes. By the way, these are my nails. They're just pink with pink sparkles. They're nothing fancy. This is the face wash I use. I'm running out and I keep it in the bathroom, so that's going in the out of the room pile. But like I said, not bad. Also, I know some people say to tackle the bigger areas first, because then that's the best thing that's done, and then some people say tackle the small areas first. I really think it depends on your energy levels. If you feel like you're doing pretty good, you are having a pretty low symptom day, maybe even a no symptom day depending on what's going on. If you're having a no symptom day, I am very jealous right now, because I don't think I've had a no symptom day in a very long time. I am very jealous. Yeah, if you're having a day where you feel like you could tackle the more difficult area, then go for it. But maybe prioritize that being the one and only thing that you do, or at least taking a pretty big break afterward, just so that you're not getting in your own way, basically. Because that's like the hardest part of doing any sort of, anything with a chronic illness, is sometimes it just feels like you get in your own way because you're so used to doing things like every other able-bodied person and you're not. So that's one of the reasons I've been trying to do these kinds of videos recently. Trying to figure out your balance is kind of difficult. So showing different ways of doing it, that you don't have to do things the way everybody else does, just trying to normalize it at the very least is important to me. Speaking of big important things, we got to get to the worst section of the room, which is this pink section behind me, which I don't want to do. It's honestly not that bad. It's just a lot of things. Bring the wad over. Now I just need to find an angle to film this at. Thinking... No, that's gonna fall. Also, a side note, I got a candle warmer. And it's really nice just to be able to hit a button and not have to worry about fire. If you're chronically ill and looking for a way to have a candle that doesn't involve fire or anything, maybe give it a shot. Like I said, this is pretty bad. This section, there's just a lot of things. I'm trying to make sure that I use up all the products that I have, which means I have to wait until all the products are used. So there's just a lot of things. This we're actually not going to touch because these are all hand wash dishes and dishes to bring downstairs. So this is just going to stay as it is because there isn't really much I can do until we start doing the things outside of the room. This is a little crochet kit I found at Home Goods of a unicorn, but this is like the third or fourth kit that I've bought that does not have enough yarn to do the project. Like, I made the body and the head, but when I came to make the feetsies, there wasn't enough yarn. I was completely out of the white. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or what is happening, but yeah. I'm very sad about this. But it does need to move because I have a whole crochet section over there. This is a little cooling towel for Finn when he gets outside and he gets hot. So that actually goes right here and here. I have a Christmas duck. I don't know why, but I think he goes here next to the fake candle by the window. This is one of those rinse refresh. We got it as a free sample at Costco because the scent beads break me out like crazy. They had this as a free sample. Mom's like, why don't you try it? But I keep forgetting to use it when I do my laundry. This, I think, is going downstairs to be put with the other laundry things by the washer and dryer, so I remember to use it. Then I have, oh, I forgot to click the button, a little analog clock. I really like using this when, this isn't my daily alarm clock, my Google's my daily alarm clock. I like using this when I need to get up at a different time. You know, have something close to my bed that lets me set a timer, not a timer, set an alarm, even though, especially when I'm trying to get off my phone. That's what I'm trying to say. Then I have my salt. That stays. Let's do this. This is like the biggest thing of cleaning I'm doing because I really want to show this off. So I did my makeup for the video, and now I have dirty brushes. But instead of tissues here, by the way, of going and getting a bunch of water, I have this. The Cinema Secrets makeup brush cleaner stuff. I got it at Martin's, so it was a much better price than it normally is, because it's normally $42, at least according to the sticker. But I think I got it 50% off. So let's start this one. Can you see? Pretty dirty. I'm literally just gonna swirl it, and it's completely clean. And I know you guys can't tell, but if I touch it, it's also barely damp. So like this could be ready to use in like another 5 minutes. So this has also been such a game changer for me, especially because of my MCAS. Having a clean makeup brush has made a world of difference, and I don't break out nearly as often because of it, because I can actually clean my brushes, and it literally takes me, it depends on how many brushes I use. It takes almost no time. to do. And double importantly, I can do this in my bed. I don't need to be stood over a sink to do this. I can literally just be here, like I am right now, on my trash can, like every other American, and I'm just cleaning my brushes. And it is truly that simple. Like what I cleaned 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 brushes. How long did that take? Not long. And they're completely clean now. And this, I'm like halfway through. I've had this for 2 years, maybe a year and a half, if I got my dates wrong in my head, which I do a lot. And that's with me at the very beginning, dumping a bunch out in the bowl and dunking the whole brush in. You don't need to do that. Think of it like nail polish removal rules. You get like a tissue, a cotton pad, whatever you have, tilt just the littlest bit, or like how you would apply a toner if you put toner on with a cotton round or something similar. You just put the little bit on whatever you're using to clean, swirl the brush around in it until you can tell there's no more product, and then I stand them up in this little stand to dry. But honestly, like touching them right now, they're already dry. If you also need to be cleaning your makeup brushes more often and need something that's a little bit more accessible, try that out. I will say it doesn't smell the best. It definitely has a chemically smell, but I do know they make one that has a lemon scent to it. So if you aren't a fan of the smell, maybe try the lemon scented one. Okay, moving on. This is going to need okay, stop touching it. An explanation and something I need to grab downstairs to fix it. Basically, it's a bag of chocolate chips because finding any sort of sweet for me is really difficult. So we literally just keep chocolate chips like in the house at all times so that whenever I want some chocolate, I just open a bag of chocolate chips and we keep it moving, basically. But I accidentally ripped the bag too much, so I need to get a Ziploc bag to either put it in or just put the chips in. The only other thing I need to move from here are a bag of N95 masks because I got another one. They go down here in one of the drawers. So now I can just shift things around back where they belong. I do have a lot of, like, I have notebook, sketchbook, planner right here because I do that in my bed. I have these cool tarot cards that I got at Five Below. They're really cute. So we keep those on hand. I have a lid roller. The makeup brushes should go there because, again, I do my makeup right here. I try and leave this as open as I can because this is where I'll put like a cup of tea or like a bowl when I don't feel well. So I try and leave this open for at least that so I can set it down off of my bed and not worry about it. And you can tell that I couldn't because I have a plate on my pillow. So now it's time to tackle moving things from the needs to be somewhere else in my room pile to, well, where they need to be. So going back over here. Oh, this keeps touching my neck. I'm so sorry for the audio. So this is where, can you see me? Hi. That's better. This is where I keep my crochet things. You can see I have some yarn up here. This is a pretty big project to clean up, and I honestly just don't have the energy today to do it. So we're going to tackle that off camera another day. This is full of cords of things that I actually use on my desk. So even though it's not perfect, it's just going to go there. These, I'm going to sit on the chair. Hi. These are baby wipes. I got them at the dollar store. They're watermelon scented. I use these when I work out, but I don't have the energy to take a shower, but I need to get the sweat off. Or honestly, if I've already taken a shower that day and I've started sweating again and I just need to clean up. So I keep those in my little pink go bag because it's also summer and we're doing a lot of day trips. And sometimes you get sweaty on those day trips. So they kind of live there for right now. But definitely, again, if you're chronically ill, get some baby wipes to just wipe your sweat off. It's just really nice. I got scented ones because I like scented ones, but they make plenty of unscented ones. We have unscented ones from the dollar store too, so you can get them, don't worry. These are my sunglasses. I keep them over by the door where I keep like my purse and everything because I bring them everywhere. I honestly most of the time keep them in my purse, but then I wear them in the house and so they're off. So I need to put these back in my purse. Next is going to be hairbrush and hair clip. that go by my bed, on my rolly cart, again, so I can brush my hair or put it up in a clip when I don't feel well. Lastly is going to be my nail stuff from last night. I have my little lamp, because these are gel, and then the polishes themselves, they go in the pink drawers. Oh, I forgot. I recently found the Skin Fix Triple Lipid Peptide Cream at TJ Maxx, so for like a fraction of the price. I'm very excited to try it, but in case you've never bought one, it came with their collagen activated serum. So I'm going to be using that. So this is going in the bottom pink drawer where I keep all of my duplicate overflow stuff. And this is going with my normal skincare, so I remember to use it. Ooh, I'm out of breath. I need breath. Alright, that is basically it. Well, that's the big things. Like I said, this was just trying to show a realistic cleaning for me. As you can tell, my heart rate's really high just from doing those very few things. Wait, let me look at this clip. This clip has been 30 minutes and I already need to like sit and do nothing for a little bit. So I hope that shows that this is pretty normal for me to do what I was able to do. I'm now going to take a break and bring things downstairs that needed to go downstairs or just to other rooms. But that's going to happen in a little while after I have some water and I just kind of chill. So yeah, I hope, if nothing else, this made you feel less alone when it comes to cleaning, because it's very difficult to clean anything. If you can find ways to do things like, I will sit in this chair and vacuum my rug because I can sit and do that. And I have a Dyson, so it doesn't need to be plugged into the wall. That's super helpful. Not the best price wise, but we got one because the Bed Bath and Beyond near us went out of business however many years ago. And so the Dyson, I think, was like $50. So it was a dang good deal. That's what we've been using, and it's been really nice. I feel like I can actually clean things because it's also not very heavy. So I'm actually filming this on a Monday. I usually have a dedicated cleaning day in my week. That way, one, I can anticipate it, so I can make sure I don't schedule anything on those days, so I can just focus on cleaning. I completely lost my train of thought. What were we talking about? Cleaning? Special day? Yeah, I have a day that I usually dedicate to cleaning so I can anticipate it. That's what I said. I'm repeating myself. I do that a lot. I think that's all I have for that. I'm starting to lose it here. So I think that's a sign to end the video. I hope this gave you a few tips on good ways to clean. So yeah, I do this. That's what I was gonna end this with. I remember now. So I have one day a week that I have dedicated to cleaning. I do pick things up throughout the week to do very small things, but having just that one dedicated day to do it seems to work pretty well for me. But I can also totally see how that's not going to work for everybody. So if you don't want to do that, maybe just have a dedicated time every day where you just sort of pick things up, tidy things up. And that day is also just kind of like the big clean. Like I do dishes every day. I pick up a puppy's poop basically daily because he poops in the house for some reason, and then we don't understand why. Also, kitty poop now. That's part of the routine now. But again, outside of that, things can get overwhelming for sure. But for the most part, I can pretty much handle things on my own. Living at home is super helpful because I'm not in charge of cleaning every area of the house. I'm really only in charge of my room, my little kitchenette, and the dishes I create, and my laundry. But everything else is everybody's responsibility. So that definitely helps. Who knows what this will look like when I'm living on my own eventually. Maybe I'll do an update video where we figure out how to clean a whole apartment by myself. Who knows? Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out. On screen now are my social media handles if you'd like to see more day-to-day things that I get up to. And with that, I will see you next week for a brand new video.